Hello and welcome to Zak's Traders Cafe. Today I'm joined by Andrea Cattaneo, who's CEO at Zenith Energy. How are you today, Andrea?
Good morning, Zak.
Well, we spoke just a week ago, and perhaps I wasn't expecting to speak to you again so quickly, but there's been quite a solid looking RNS today. It looks as though we've got some color on that's maybe not the right analogy, but some hint of what the timetable on your arbitration versus Tunisia, how that's going.
Yes, I think that a very important point in the comments of investors about arbitration is the fact that arbitration is a very long process, and their experiences has been with the company they invested, that they take years, and then eventually it comes to a late and smaller solution. Of course, we want to demonstrate that is our case is better. And I think that the events are giving some sense to this attitude, because we see that in just less than a week, we have had two sentences. You know, the American court works without delay, even during vacation. And so we have had unexpectedly, of course, because arbitration, they work in a very confidential and separate world, another loss, another defeat by the Tunisian. And so this is very welcome. Having three arbitration, which is a rare thing that the company has promoted the three arbitration at the same time. Now this arbitration calendar are intertwining. And so you have one arbitration ending when another arbitration start to be in the middle of the action, and another one soon will finish. So number one has been finishing the 19th of December. But then we have a second sentence for the third one, the ICSID one, the biggest one, 503 million, in which the court say two things. It says to the lawyer or the Tunisian, it says, we are not impressed the way that you have prepared your application. We comment that this application is badly done, so very severe terms judging the work, and obviously we reject it. And we encourage you to agree with the counterparty, Zenith, the calendar, the lawyers of Zenith, the calendar of the third arbitration, which by this attitude of the court, which is a very pleasant surprise for us, take a momentum which suggests that in the span of 12 months or 2 months more, we will be in seeing the result. So that is extremely comforting to see the momentum that this activity of the court has, which is above standard, and the fact that the lawyer of the counterparty has been defeated, which shows that obviously it was not a good job, the one that prepared. And the third one, that we have to see the calendar, which we will communicate, of course, to our investors within a month. So all positive things, even psychologically, for the people that are seeking an arrangement with Tunisia to see a settlement and a quick closing of these three cases. Obviously, another defeat is bad for morale. Personally, as the investors have already gathered through my previous interview with you, Zak, I am not a fan of settlement. I am a fan of execution and recovery of the money as soon as an award will be given.
So there's 2 points here. One is that it looks as though Tunisia doesn't really have a leg to stand on. And the second is that we could get developments in terms of delivery of the arbitration and the timetable any day or any week in the near future?
Absolutely. You know, in the any week in the near future, we will know the calendar of the arbitration number 3, which obviously is just one of the three, but with a difference that is $503 million. And second, we can see that beside the fact that our team of lawyers is of outstanding quality, um, people judge that the team of the counterparty is not on the same level.
And the other point, I suppose, is that this is a court in America. It's a serious venue as well.
Well, you know, the both our courts are of outstanding importance. The International Chamber of Commerce of Paris is possibly the one with the largest number of arbitration per year. So it's certainly a very important arbitration. The ICSID has the special feature to be called ICSID World Bank, even in their website, is in Washington, the center of the most powerful country in the world, and it is very much as well linked to the effect of finance to countries. And so the fact that somebody has a debt with the ICSID embarrassed the country in making the things that everybody wants to do, borrow money. So I think that is a very important fact that we are progressing rapidly in such an important court.
And finally, I mean, the shares of Zenith, they've responded unusually for this market, but the market seems to be very reticent in valuing anything properly. But shares have doubled and tripled over the last week or two. Market cap is probably near to 15 or 20 million now. Do you think that the shares will continue to head towards a potential $500 million market cap and that kind of thing? I mean, there would be a re-rate anticipating the potential victory against Tunisia.
I will see that from two angles. First, we are just recovering what we have lost, maybe unduly, because we were very much working hard in the last 2 years and keeping inform our investors of the progresses in the 3 arbitration. But till we made the first victory, there was no much comfort in the investor. The victory brought facts, and then finally people realized that we were very much on the right avenue. The second thing that I think people can realize today, that is not only one victory, but we are preparing ourselves for a second victory and a third victory. Because victory are made in arbitration sometimes about the preliminary sentence. This is the preliminary sentence today, so it's a partial sentence on the way, and this shows the opinion of the court, initial, but the opinion of the court. So I think that this is very comforting. And the third point is that the amount, $639.5 billion, which is the combination of the 3 arbitration together, will bring the stock to a multiple much higher than the one today. So people should see that this big number, which somebody says, oh, it's a fantasy or it's a dream, or sort of things, are factual. Our advisor has shown competence and strong formation of their case and their claims. So the 639 is not a number put in the wind of something that had been calculated easily. It's a very segmented result of accountant and petroleum engineering calculation. So obviously 639 would be still a very big number for the shares to go.
So it's the size of the win versus the market cap versus the potential ease of victory in this situation.
Exactly. and the fact that we are not speaking of years, but we are speaking about 18 months
Well, we look
at the utmost.
okay. Well, we look forward to that. In the meantime, Andrea Cattaneo, CEO at Zenith Energy, thank you very much indeed.
Welcome.